They mocked the black delivery man until he fired them all. A black delivery man, Jamar, pulls up to a luxurious corporate office building in his worn-out delivery truck. The logo of the courier service is faded, and the engine lets out a tired hum as he parks. He steps out, adjusting his uniform, and grabs a package labeled urgent. His eyes scan the towering glass facade of the building, reflecting the midday sun. He takes a deep breath and walks in. As he enters, heads turn. Employees in tailored suits glance at him, their expressions a mix of indifference and disdain. Some whisper to each other, smirking. Others pretend not to notice him at all, their noses buried in documents or phone screens. Jamar strides toward the front desk, where a young receptionist with neatly styled blonde hair sits behind a sleek marble counter. She barely acknowledges him, her fingers tapping away at her keyboard. A security guard, a stocky man with a square jaw, leans against the wall behind her, watching Jamar closely. Jamar clears his throat and presents the package. The receptionist sighs, takes it lazily, and without a word, gestures vaguely toward the hallway. As Jamar turns to leave, he passes by the glass-walled break room. Inside, a group of executives, all white, lounge around a high-end coffee machine, sipping espressos. Their conversation hushes slightly when they spot him through the glass. One of them, a tall man in a crisp navy suit, nudges his colleague and whispers something. Another chuckles, then openly mimics Jamar's posture, exaggerating his walk. Laughter erupts. Jamar stiffens but doesn't stop. He's used to this. As he nears the exit, one of the executives steps into his path, deliberately brushing against him with enough force to make Jamar stumble. The package nearly slips from his grip. The man sneers, his voice low and dismissive. "Watch where you're going." More laughter follows, though this time it's quieter, almost nervous. Jamar presses his lips together and leaves without a word. In his truck, he grips the wheel tightly before exhaling. His phone buzzes. He checks the screen, an email notification. His eyes widen, his breathing quickens. He starts the truck and pulls away, his mind racing. Days later, tension hangs thick in the same office. Employees huddle in small groups, whispering. The receptionist, once so dismissive, now fidgets anxiously at her desk. The executives from the break room sit in the large conference room, shifting in their seats, their usual arrogance replaced with apprehension. The door swings open. Jamar steps in. But he is no longer in a delivery uniform. He wears a tailored navy blue suit, a sharp contrast to the worn clothes he had on days ago. A gleaming watch sits on his wrist. A confident presence radiates from him. The CEO follows close behind, his expression unreadable. He moves to the head of the table, gesturing for Jamar to sit beside him. Gasps ripple through the room. Some exchange uneasy glances. The receptionist, once indifferent, now sits stiffly, her fingers twisting together. The CEO clears his throat and begins speaking. His words are sharp, deliberate. He introduces Jamar as the new regional director. A stunned silence falls over the room. The same executives who mocked him now stare in disbelief, their bodies tense. Their eyes dart to one another, as if hoping this is some kind of joke. Jamar observes them, his gaze calm but firm. He opens a leather folder and methodically slides a stack of papers across the glossy table. Termination notices. The very individuals who laughed at him, humiliated him, are the ones being dismissed. One of the executives, the tall man who bumped into him, swallows hard. His hand trembles as he picks up the paper, his face paling. The security guard averts his gaze. The receptionist lowers her head, her breath unsteady. The room is heavy with the weight of realization. Jamar doesn't gloat. He simply stands, straightens his suit, and gives them one last look. Their expressions say it all: shame, regret, and for some, a tinge of fear. He walks out, his head high, his pace steady. The whispers return, but they are different now. Respect replaces mockery. Outside, Jamar exhales deeply, feeling the weight lift from his shoulders. He heads to the parking lot, not to the old delivery truck, but to a sleek, black luxury car. The engine purrs as he drives off, leaving behind a lesson that none of them will ever forget.